Good afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing my Etsy update. I have a whole variety of things today, so let's get cracking. I've pulled out some beautiful books. I didn't actually realize how beautiful they are, but look at this one, 1787. Just a beautiful rag paper, really nice paper. Love a fairly nice cover that you could alter. So there's that one. And then this one, this cover's clearly been damaged and they've sort of done some painting over it, which is weird, but I would use it as a base and cover it with some sort of stitching or paper or whatever. But inside it's a wonderful book, 1836, Cosmorama Pittorico, and it's full of incredible illustrations. I think it might have been a periodical. It's really great. Lovely borderline rag paper. Look at this. Beautiful Duomo, Piazza del Duomo a Messina. So lots and lots of lovely illustrations in there. An amazing book, and it's going. I think I put it away to hoard and I pulled it out and it's going. I may have sold one of these before. I seem to remember this cover, or whether I remember it because I was hoarding it, I don't know. Another beautiful book. This is La Francia Geografica Illustrata, so geographical France. And it's in Italian and beautiful. I think I put this to hoard as well, but no, I'm not hoarding anymore. Things are going. I want someone else to enjoy it. You're going to have a lot of fun with the paper. It's just regular sort of paper, but I think it's 1893, this one, but gorgeous. Lots of beautiful, what are they, lithograph sort of illustrations in there, so plenty to play with in that one. And then I did groups of books. Now hopefully I haven't mixed them up for the video purpose, because they all slipped off my pile and got in disorder, but I did kind of check. This is just the weight and the sizes here of the bundle, but I didn't realize what I'd brought up, but very old. This one doesn't have the date, but I chat GPT'd it. I think it was 1817 or 1825. It's rag paper. So beautiful cover to use. And then there's this one here, 1825. Oh, that one's 1817 then. When you put in the title pages from the sort of publishers and things, they can, and who it's from and everything, they can work out what it is. And then this one, this is you can't probably tell, but it's embossed, and I would keep that cover. And it's the Italian Resurgence. And this one was 1860. I had to get this one dated, but really beautiful as well. Illustrations, all kinds of, and some of my favorite font here and mid 1800s paper that I really like that paper. Someone's taken an illustration out, but there's several left in there. So that's a really nice bundle, that one. There. I think that's group 2. And then I did this one. Look at that cover. I love that cover. That's like a favorite. And again, very old, 1826, a rag paper. Different rag paper, but a rag paper all the same. Love the cover. Now this one was a surprise. I thought this is more like a, mid-century Florentine paper, but wait till you get inside. Wait till you see what's inside. Oh, look at that. 1737. I wonder if I did write the right date. Isn't that just a beautiful rag paper and beautiful? And it's been rebound, so don't feel ashamed if you want to pull it apart, scan and use. Love this type of cover. It's big, and you wait till you see what's inside. This one upside down. Vocabolario Greco-Italiano, 1842. Again, rag paper. It's a late rag paper, but you'll get all that nice font, tables and all kinds of things. So look at that, looks all Greek into Italian. So that's a really nice bundle as well. I only did 4 bundles and 3 big books. I will do some more books next week. I don't know how many more weeks I've got. I'm going away on the 3rd of September with my older brother's coming over with his wife and my nephew, and we're going away together. So then I'll be out of action for 2 Fridays. You can all have a break, and then we'll see if I can get some things put in when he's here or not. Anyway, so September will be a bit hit and miss. I have, this is another bundle. This is, I think it might be group 4. I'm going to have to double check They could be mixed. This one's 1817. Oh, maybe the other book wasn't. It's a rag paper. Oh, it's in German. Oh, that's super cool. That one's in German. Beautiful. Look at this cover. It's a thin book, about half an inch. But look at that cover. And again, rag paper. Yes. And it's 1829. So a lot of rag paper today. And then look at this book. This is a big one. Normally I'd sell those separately, but I've put it into a bundle. A History of the Italians, Volume 1, 1855. I feel like I might have written down the wrong dates because everything's been a mad flap today. But anyway, forgive me. You've seen the video. Forgive me. And then we have this one. And go by the photographs in the listing, not by what I'm showing you here. This, again, 1830. That is all. That's the Divine Comedy. Look at that. Oh, I didn't know that was in there. But anyway, I always leave the things in the books when they're in there. The Divine Comedy, and it's rag paper. Love that cover. These are all books that I just love them. I can't keep everything. 1845. And then a big one. Another rag paper. This one's French. I might have written Italian. 1834. Just beautiful paper to use. Another rag paper there. So very nice bundle of books today. So that's it for the books. And now let's do some more paper. I had this gorgeous ledger that I'd been hanging on to. 1902. And Conto Bestiame. Oh, so that's animals, you know, the beasts. And it's their ledgers. It's all their ledgers here. And it's got stuff in it. It's got beautiful writing. Look, there's things in it. I haven't taken anything out. I always just leave it in there. And it's all written. And there are random things in it here and there. So that's available. And then we have, I've got some more of these. I found I had some more of these, which I hadn't. I thought I had run out, but I've got some more. I love these. These are legal documents, like selling of things, and just beautiful covers that you could scan and look at the script. 1887. So I just send out a random one. 1880. Look at the writing. 1883. Oh, that one's beautiful. This one is 1887. 1890. 1890. 1865. See, I've got quite a few. 1884, 1883, 1865, and 1874. So I've got those available. I won't open them all. And then I've restocked these. These were my little slow stitching packs. Lulu's been helping me out, so she's coordinated these. I like it when she coordinates them. Because she has a different eye to me. And so they're just slow stitching packs. You get a piece of hemp in the back and then just pieces like that in there. And she's coordinated them to her taste. And she always shows me what she's pulled out, and I think they're lovely. She's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types. I think we've got 3 or 4 of each, and that's about it. I used to have them always in stock, but I haven't been able to keep up with doing them. So I've restocked those, and then they'll go out of stock when I run out. And then the other thing that we did was, you know how I'm working on Corinne's and Dawn's Timeless Curiosities, and I had to empty my box so I could put, and I had labelled my box, funny, precious fabrics, and these were all things, some of them not, but a lot of the things in here were things that I considered to be precious. And so I've kept like a piece for me, and then I've made packs out of them. So these are sort of lace packs, but they've got a beautiful piece like that. They're all different. So I've photographed that one, and I've photographed the front of another one that I didn't bring in here, but you can see they've all got beautiful things, and that's a piece. That one was an embroidery, a quarter. It's big, but it's a quarter of a white embroidery. There's 3 of those. I'll separate them. That's a full, I think that was a full piece. So beautiful linens and bits and pieces in there and look at that. I was hoarding that. It's like a voile, and they've embroidered the little dots on it everywhere, and they've done buttonhole stitch all the way around the edges. So I put all these precious things in here. I've been hoarding that. I've got another one for me, and 2 of these have that in there. And that's a beautiful silk trim and beautiful linen doily and bits and pieces. And that had, I can't remember if that piece was just, I had a cut off piece of it, but it's very beautiful linen. And then this one, look at that, I didn't cut it. And then this one here, and then another piece of that. I think that's all. I've got one more, I think, but I didn't bring it in. So I only have 8 of those. That's it. I'll probably hunt through my stuff and do some more at a later date. And then finally, I think that's enough. Lulu, she made this pouch. She totally cantha stitched it with a pink of these threads. These are really nice if you want to use a thin thread. They are the Special Dental DMC 80, and you can get them in all different colors. She used like a pale pink, and she's just canthed it, and then I made it up into a zipper pouch for her. So that's her, Lulu's little zipper. She's not selling that. I just wanted to show you that Lulu did that. And then I've made some pouches. I finally finished them, so I'll show you them. So this one, which has got this old feed sack in it and applique, it's all cantha stitched, and it's on a wadding. And then same on the other side, I've done collage, and I've hand stitched in the zipper. I just have to stitch that down. I haven't done that bit yet. I thought I was really organized, and then ended up in a mad rush. So there's that one. And then I've got 5. I did this one with my Italian Travels panel in cotton, and I've embroidered the bird. I'll show you the bird. Put an old doily on it and totally cantha stitched, and then another Italian Travels panel, and I've embroidered all of the few flowers that are on there. And again, I've just got to still stitch that down, but that will happen before it goes out. If it goes out, I'm happy to keep them. And then I did this one with a collage with leftover fabrics. Oh, that's one of my linen panels. And I put one of my heart collages that we did together in the scrap busting, and then added that and the lovely Rococo trim. I just loved all those colors. So there's that one. And then, so what this is here is the lining folded over. And so it's lined like that inside. And they're vintage hemp stripes, those. And then I have this one. So I cut up my original Gathered Things quilt that I had done in 2014, inspired by Pam Garrison. I'm not going to finish it. I'm realistic about that. So I'm going to be cutting it up and making it into things. So I've made 2 pouches with part of it. This one I particularly loved. I did those years ago with the hexies, and I've cantha stitched it all and added to it. And then I used my Soft Blues linen and canthed that on the back and did a little bit of a collage on there as well. And then inside I've lined it with mattress sticking, and they're quite big pouches. And then the last pouch is this one, again with part of that quilt, and absolutely love that embroidery. I've got another piece of it, so I'm willing to share it around. And Mum and I had a bit of a conniption who was going to get those. It was many, like 15 years ago. Anyway, that's that there. And then the reverse side I did with the pink greens, and just cantha stitched it all on the other side, and add a little bit of script. And then there's that pouch, and all of the zips are hand stitched in. I did whiz up the sides with my sewing machine, but everything else is hand stitched. So that is my Etsy update for today. I hope you enjoy that. I don't know what's going to happen next. I've got some things up my sleeve for next week as well, so we might do a few more books next week as well, because I haven't sold those for a while, and it will be book season soon, so I'll need to start getting some more of those. And yeah, so have a great Friday. Thank you so much for watching and supporting and all the lovely things, and I will see you again soon. Bye.